Hey, how's it going? So, Raven's been a really big part of this channel, and it's crazy to think that she's going to be leaving. So she has been sold, finally. I've been trying to sell her for a very long time, and it's bittersweet. It really is bittersweet. I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit more about her sale, some of the struggles leading up to this point, and what's next. So if you don't know, I started this channel focusing predominantly on Mustangs, gentling and finding homes for Mustangs. There's over 60,000 former wild horses and burros in government holding. And the management of these horses is extremely complex, controversial, and political. And in a nutshell, horses on range are reproducing pretty rapidly, and every year thousands of wild horses and burros get removed from public lands and placed into holding, yet the numbers on range continue to reproduce. The numbers that are being removed from range, placed into holding, does not equal the amount that are adopted by the public. So we have rising numbers in holding, rising numbers on range. A good number of people, like myself, will work with these Mustangs, trying to help them find homes. And that was my goal starting out. So Raven was number 7, my 7th Mustang. Some of you might remember, a lot of you were introduced to my channel through Raven's Wild to Mild series. And she comes running in off the trailer, all scared. It was a pretty dramatic entrance. And she's been an absolute pleasure to work with, extremely smart. Right, you little smarty pants, you falling asleep? I just did a little body work with her. Extremely smart, very sensitive. She's a phenomenal, I loved working with her with positive reinforcement and liberty. But anyway, we have struggled finding a home from her. It's been, I want to say I've been trying to find her a home for 2 years. I'm not good at this. I'm terrible, honestly. And there's a number of reasons why this has been particularly difficult. So since working with Mustangs, I've changed and grown a lot. I've grown in my knowledge, my philosophy has shifted and changed, and I have wanted to find her a home with a similar philosophy. And I feel like I'm becoming more and more on the fringe of, if that makes sense. But I wanted to find her someone whose values were aligned. She's also a very small horse. She's very plain. She's just a plain little Mustang, and she's not started under saddle, and she would need someone who's really small. That's really important to me. I feel like so often you see these oversized riders starting horses, and I don't really like that so much. So finding the right fit for her, and then selling a horse, it's also extremely time consuming. So time consuming, especially when your life is wrapped up in like this smorgasbord of stuff. So, you know, I work, I run this YouTube channel. That alone is very time consuming. I've got horses in 2 locations. So I've been doing like the back and forth thing. So my schedule is pretty complex, and then things outside of horses as well. It's like, it's been a lot. And that's part of the reason why it's like, I really need to downsize for my own well-being, to be honest. That was the original plan, but it's like, I'm looking forward. I feel like I've taken a hit because I've held on to some of these horses for so long. I just haven't found like the right fit. And I've tried across various social media platforms, Craigslist, word of mouth. This summer I tried, oh honey, you feeling good? I tried dreamhorse.com, which I found to be like a really clunky website. And then Equine Now is also pretty, like, it felt like an old website, but it did have the most connections, I would say. Most best connection. Whatever. So I did make multiple good connections on Equine Now, but often there was something that wasn't quite right. So her size was a big reason, like repeatedly, she was just too small. It's also just hard to find horses homes for other reasons. The U.S. has quite a population of unwanted horses. There's this book I recently finished reading called Unwanted. It's a really good book, and I think horse owners should read it if you buy or sell horses. It's a great book to read because it talks about the issues we have in the U.S. with the rising horse population, many of which do not find homes, or good ones at that. And there is a lot of documentation on the slaughter pipeline, horses ending up in auctions and later going out of the country to slaughter. So when you sell a horse, who you sell to will completely change the trajectory of the horse's life. And hopefully you find that lifelong home, but often things happen and no one can predict. So you just do the best that you can. I feel like I'm just very cautious in finding a home that I feel like is going to be the best for the lifetime. And that's a big responsibility. It's a big responsibility, and it's costly, because when you're doing the right thing for the horse, that's usually a financial cost to yourself. So I've lost so much money in this. Anyway, I did eventually find a home for Raven. We started talking on Equine Now. She came to visit multiple times. We just started building that relationship, and then a month ago, she purchased Raven. So I've been trying to do this update for forever. I was bogged down with, well, if you saw my last video, you kind of understand a little bit, but I've been trying to get this video out. Here it is. It's dark out, sun has already set, and I'm like, I need to film this today because I've been trying to find time that just hasn't been mine. So Raven sold. She will be going home with her new mom in the springtime or early summer. So she's gonna be with me, which wasn't exactly what I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping to have a little lighter load through the winter, but at the same time, I really enjoy this kind of sale. I think, especially that because I've been trying to sell Raven for so long, it would have been jolting if it was like, I've been trying for so long and I've kind of like turned that part of my mind off. I'm just focused on selling her. I'm not thinking about what that's actually like. You kind of tune that out. And then suddenly the sale comes, and like emotionally, you're totally unprepared because you've kind of hardened that part of yourself in finding, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It's really weird. I was shaking though when I finally like sold her. I'm like, what? I can't believe it. I'm not ready to like lose her. It feels like it's really great for me to have that time, that runway. And also I wanted you guys to have that opportunity. I thought about, maybe talking about her leaving closer to when she actually left, because it could be confusing to some people. I guarantee there's gonna be people who say, oh, you sold Raven, why is she still with you down the road? I guarantee that's gonna happen. But I think a lot of you, you get invested in the animals you see online, and it's really jolting to be like, oh, sorry, she's gone. So I wanted you guys to have that runway to say goodbye to her, because I know a lot of you love Raven, and she's an absolute delight. Aren't you, honey? Yes, she is. I'm gonna do another video talking about what's next, because I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and to be frank, I have a lot of questions. But there's things about like, well, what's gonna happen to Sparrow? Raven's her buddy. How are we gonna do that? And yeah, what does the future hold? I have ideas swirling around my head, but I'll talk about that in my next video. It's getting dark. This is a very poorly done video again, but it was an important announcement. I just didn't want to delay on it. So I'm really happy with the home that I found for her. It really is a huge answer to prayer. And thank you for those of you who have been praying for this, because yeah, that means a lot to me. And this is going to be a huge relief for me. It's bittersweet. It's going to be really hard. But I've held on to these horses a lot longer than was the original plan.